ADHD in high achievers. What's the hidden cost of success there? We often assume that if a student is excelling academically, they are functioning perfectly, all is well. At Cadabams Hospital, we do see a different reality. Many clinicians would agree that many high-achieving children are masking a neurodevelopmental challenge which could be ADHD by just using their average IQ as a shield there. They aren't just lazy, they aren't just stressed. They're performing at a high level, but they're paying an exorbitant biological price to do it. Today, we are here to peel back the layers on why high achievement is not a protective factor against ADHD and why waiting for grades to end up dropping before seeking help is a clinical mistake. There's a dangerous myth that if a child is disciplined or intelligent, they cannot have ADHD. Here's the truth. Intelligence is not a protective factor for ADHD. A child with an average or a high IQ can often compensate for their executive function deficits up to some limit. They might use the last-minute surges of adrenaline to finish the projects, or they might lean into perfectionism to hide the planning and the organization difficulty, which could be their internal chaos. But look closer at the process, not just at the report card. When we assess these individuals, what we look for is effort-heavy success versus efficient functioning. If a child is getting top marks, but is experiencing chronic sleep disturbances, erratic appetite, severe emotional dysregulation during or after the project, that is not success, that is unsustained compensation. When the effort is consistently disproportionate to the task, we are not seeing discipline. We are seeing a brain struggling to regulate itself. Mind it may not always be ADHD, but there is definitely a clinical clarity that may be needed in this case. The emotional cost of maintaining this facade is significant. Many of these high-achieving students believe that they must do it alone. If they can't cope, they feel like they have completely failed. This leads to secondary mental health struggles. It could be anxiety, it could be irritability, it could be severe burnout, or sometimes even depression. At Cadabams Hospital, our clinical threshold for intervention is not based on grades. It's based on the internal experience that the student is facing. We ask, how much stress is required to maintain this level of output that's there? How long does it take for the child to recover after a period of intense work? If the recovery time is also too long, if the child is spiraling into a panic-like state or their biological functioning like sleep, appetite is suffering, then the current way of functioning is not sustainable and we could be seeing something such as secondary mental health struggles as well. Delaying support because a child's performance looks acceptable is a missed opportunity for early intervention. When we identify ADHD in high achievers, we aren't just looking for diagnosis. We are looking to build a sustainable life for them. We move them from erratic, high-pressure coping mechanisms towards stable, efficient, and better neurological functioning. If you see the signs of high effort, low stamina, and emotional burnout, don't wait for a drop in grades to reach out. ADHD is not a lack of intelligence. It's the difference between how the brain is managing its resources. At Cadabams Hospital, we specialize in clinical clarity. If you're concerned about a loved one who seems to be succeeding at the cost of their well-being, reach out to the team. Let's replace the cycle of burnout with a strategy for long-term health.